Okay, so when you're like scrolling online and you see these houses and they're just insane, like they're so fancy you can't even believe it? That's kind of what we're looking at today.
Yeah, these houses are way beyond just your typical luxury. Like, we're talking massive estates that cost billions.
Billions with a B. It's crazy. And the cool thing is we've got this source material that actually takes us inside some of these places. Like, it's wild.
Totally. And it's not just one type of place either. We're going from Mumbai to London, then to the French Riviera, and ending in LA.
Talk about a range.
Right.
And that's what we're diving into today. What makes these places tick? What can we learn about just extreme wealth and luxury by looking at these places?
Exactly. Like, how do these people live? What do they value?
Right. So let's start off in Mumbai with this place called Antilia.
This place is insane. It's valued at $2 billion. $2
Billion.
dollars.
That's more than some countries.
Totally. And it's owned by this guy, Mukesh Ambani. It's not just a house, though. It's a skyscraper. It's 27 stories tall.
Wait, so he lives in a skyscraper, like
Mhm.
by himself?
Pretty much, yeah. Like, the source actually says it's taller than the Eiffel Tower. Crazy, right?
That's insane. Can you imagine living on the 27th floor of your house? I'd be taking the elevator everywhere.
You and me both. But the crazy thing is, this whole thing was built to withstand, like, a magnitude 8 earthquake.
Wow. Yeah, Mumbai is in an earthquake zone, right?
Yeah, so they had to seriously engineer this thing. I mean, can you imagine being on the top floor during an earthquake?
I don't even want to think about it. But, all right, so 27 stories tall, earthquake-proof. What else? What about the inside?
Oh, man, get ready for this. It has a garage that can fit 168 cars.
168 cars. Who even has that many cars?
I know, right? And they actually mention he has this custom Rolls-Royce Phantom in there.
That's wild. What else?
Well, he also has a 50-seat movie theater, but that's not all. It comes with a snow room.
A snow room. What is that?
It's literally a room where it snows. Like, you step out of the Mumbai heat and into this room with manufactured snow.
Wow. So you could watch a movie and then have a snowball fight. That's so over the top, it's insane.
Yeah, and to get around all these floors, you don't have to walk stairs because there are 9 elevators.
On elevators. It's like its own little city. But, okay, now we're going to switch gears big time and head over to London.
Yeah, to Buckingham Palace.
What? The Queen's house.
The one and only. And you want to talk about expensive. This place is valued at almost $5 billion.
$5 billion. That's more than double Antilia.
It is. But it's important to remember this isn't just someone's house. It's a working palace. It's like a symbol of their history.
That's true. It's totally different from Antilia.
Yeah. One is like modern wealth. The other is like historical power. Totally different vibes.
So tell me, what's the inside like?
Well, it has 775 bedrooms and 92 offices.
775 bedrooms. That's more bedrooms than I've seen in my entire life.
Right. It's less like a house and more like a whole little country. And it's packed with history, like priceless artwork. There are paintings by Da Vinci and Van Gogh in there.
Wow. Like actual national treasures, right?
Totally. And the security is no joke. You've got the Royal Guard out front, but the source even mentions MI5 is involved in the security.
Wow, that's serious stuff. I mean, it makes sense, right? It's like the ultimate symbol of their country.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got the skyscraper in Mumbai, the historical palace in London. Now where are we going?
We're going to the French Riviera to this place called Villa Leopolda.
Ooh la la. Now we're talking. What's the deal with this one?
This one is valued at $750 million. And it just oozes that French Riviera elegance. Like, it's on 50 acres of oceanfront property.
50 acres. That's huge. Imagine that view.
I know, right? And it has a cool history, too. It was originally built for this guy, King Leopold II of Belgium. But now it's owned by some mystery billionaire.
A mystery billionaire. That's so intriguing.
Right. Like, who is this person? Why are they so secretive? It just adds to the whole mystique of the place.
For sure. What about the features of the actual house?
Well, it has 11 bedrooms, a 12,000 square foot ballroom, and an Olympic-sized infinity pool.
Wow. An Olympic-sized pool. I could barely swim the length of that.
Me neither. And the ballroom, can you imagine the parties?
Oh, yeah. It's definitely designed for a life of luxury and entertaining.
Absolutely. And the source even mentions that you often see mega yachts anchored nearby.
Oh, yeah. Like it's a whole world of its own, right?
Totally.
Okay, so for our last stop, we're going to head to Los Angeles.
All right. To a place called The One.
The One. Okay, what's so special about this one?
Well, this one is a modern mega mansion valued at $500 million. And get this, it was once considered the largest private home in America.
Wow. How big are we talking?
It's 105,000 square feet.
105,000 square feet. That's insane. Is that even legal?
Apparently. And you want to talk about amenities? This place has it all. 4 infinity pools, a private casino, a full IMAX theater, and a rooftop helipad.
A helipad. So you could literally fly into your own house.
Yep, pretty much.
That's wild. Okay, so this place sounds like the most luxurious place on Earth.
It does, right. But get this place actually ended up in bankruptcy.
Wait, what? Bankruptcy? How does that even happen when you have $500 million to spend on a house?
I know, right? It's kind of mind-blowing. Apparently, it was initially supposed to sell for $1 billion. $1 billion. But it just couldn't find a buyer.
Wow. So even at that level of wealth, there are still limits, right?
It seems that way, yeah. It makes you think about the whole market and how even the ultra-wealthy have to play by the rules.
Yeah, it's a crazy story. So we've seen some pretty insane places today. A skyscraper home, a royal palace, a mysterious villa, and a bankrupt mega mansion. It's a lot to take in.
It really is, and they all show different aspects of wealth, right? Like what people value and how they choose to live their lives.
Totally. So now I want to ask you, our listeners, a question that the source material asks. If you had $1 billion to spend on a house, which one of these would you choose?
And more importantly, why? What is it about that specific place that appeals to you?
Is it the privacy?
Yeah.
The history?
Yeah.
The amenities? What is it that says luxury to you?
And thinking about the one, remember, even with all that wealth, things don't always go as planned. It makes you wonder about the future of these places, right?
Yeah. Like what happens to these homes and what does it all say about luxury itself?
Good questions.
Yeah. It's a lot to think about.